It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Miami. It's the Chiefs and the Dolphins, under the lights on Sunday night.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
For the right to take a trip to Las Vegas for a star-studded Super Bowl 58. We are underway here in the AFC Championship game. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so wisely just gets rid of it.
incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Inside zone is selected. Bench hit curl. On plan, there are player. There are 9 formation. There are concept. Option. Run. Inside 24 zone open. AHB zone WK.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Run. Screen. Play action. Deep pass. Medium pass. Joy. Dolphins. Southeast corner.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Now he's loose up the left sideline.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Quick pass. Option. Run. Inside 24 zone. AHB zone WK.
44. Ready.
First and 10, Taylor now. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Concept, there are 9. Formation, there are player, there are Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek, Elijah, Braxton Berry, Cedric Wilson, Alec Ingold, Taco Velo, Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, Tyreek Jets, Pablo corner post.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Tua going to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring him second down.
He decided to run a hitch route and really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Concept, screen pass, play action, deep pass, media, quick pass, option, run. Inside, 24 zone, power, 26 to AHD base.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Oh, good move. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now. A great start to this AFC title game.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Option, run. Inside zone, jet sweep. Inside, 24 zone, AHB zone WK.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. They're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Entering play call, 24 zone open, option, run. Inside, 24 zone, AHB zone WK.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
32 stinger.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with an amazing diving catch. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jalen Phillips coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
thrown incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They bring a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second and 11.
Now Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. So 8 yards on the completion there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Entering play
Good work
call,
there, holding
coach
them out on 1st
suggestions.
down,
There
and
are
this is
7
going to be a battle down
categories.
here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
second and goal from the 1. Now here's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now with that third and goal coming up, and could you imagine being in that little partners? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion.
Previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Call, coach suggestions. There
After
are 7 categories.
Ruling on the field is reversed.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So Miami coming out for their second drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Medium, deep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14
An incomplete
options.
pass leads to
First,
2nd and 10 from the
selected.
25. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Inside zone, 24 zone, AHP zone, WK.
3rd and 2.
Turbo 3, kick.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Tyreek Hill, Jets, Padu corner, post.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. Open man is Higgins. Second catch in this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, keep throwing it. Occasionally, you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. A give for Taylor running right side. He'll take this to the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Entering play call, Jonathan Taylor. You have 80. Clear. There are 9. Formation. There are 9. Concept. Screen pass.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football.
Entering play call.
As they've got it 2nd and 7.
Clear. There are 9. Formation. Screen pass. Play action. Keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14 options. X burst cross is selected.
On play action. Here's Tua. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Entering play call.
Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
14 options.
And now it's 3rd and 3.
Cross is selected. Concept. There are 9. Formation. There are 9 categories. There are 8. Player. There are 9. Formation. Concept. Media. Quick. Run. Inside 24. AHB zone WK.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 42 yards. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame.
And here on 3rd down, your number 1 goal, don't be a hero, just get the first down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him. And he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add empty selected.
Sanders on for the extra point. And we've got a good one rolling. We're all knotted up at 14.
6 options. Kickoff keep left
So that
selected.
drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Entering play call.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
first down, Mahomes. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
So he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
There are 9 formation. There are concept. There are 9 categories. Screen pass, play action, deep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14 options.
The chance of wasting this great starting
selected.
field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. To the sideline and incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away.
Entering play
You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
On plan, there are 9 player. There are 9 formation. There are 9 special team. Hail Mary. Concept. There are medium pass, deep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. Concept. There are deep pass, medium pass. Joy. Dolphin. Z-spot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Entering play call. Slot sale. On plan, there are 9 coach suggestions. There are 9 on plan. Player, there are 9 formation. There are concept, deep pass, medium pass. Joy, Dolphin, Z-spot, southeast corner.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
All right.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there
can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. I'm glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Taking it about the 36. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Entering
and on the last drive,
concept,
they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Play action. Now it's Tua. He finds his man. Complete. That's Higgins.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Concept, medium pass. Quick pass, option, run. Inside, 24 zone open, AHP zone WK.
Ready.
2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They got 5 through the air. Last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
That's a nice run right there. Able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run once more with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit. Nick Bolton.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14
Now they
options.
contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He finds his man. Complete. It's Higgins. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Experts cross. Drive flood.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. That is caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Entering play call, flood there. Entering instant coach, stat coaching. Pop-up menu, medical set, depth chart is selected. Entering depth, player name Tiago, AHB selected. Player name J. Taylor. Player name Heakin. Entering play call, flood, drive flood. Concept, medium pass, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone, 24, AHB zone WK.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Entering play call.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 7. Again, it's A-Chain.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blocks.
Entering resume inst call shall super stats coaching pop-up menu medical set depth chart is selected. Entering depth player name Tiago AHB select player name Heakin. Player name J. Taylor. Slot 1. Player name J. Taylor. FB selected. Slot 2. Player name Heakin. Player name J. Wilson J. Player name Heakin. Player name A. Ingold. Entering
hard
play
to imagine with all that size
zone,
and beef that they can let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
Action,
a loss
pass,
resulted.
Medium pass, keep pass. Flood, there, drive flood.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The diving catch for the score he laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Packed empty selected.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff keep left selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jalen Phillips able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. So the completion good for just 3. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
7 categories.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but he did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Mahomes again. He'll drop this off to Pacheco, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. Wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Entering play call.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
If you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Mahomes now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not.
Entering
Big play
coach
results.
suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Entering play
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Christian Wilkins able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins offense heading back out. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 2nd of this first half. As he'll try again on 1st down here.
10 subcategory. Play action pass. Keep pass. Formation. There are I form. Close. Pontique red. Stutter goes.
Good save. Go ahead. Number 1.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. They find some open field here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Jonathan Taylor. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it
Entering
is.
play call. Special teams. We have 6 options. Kickoff keep left is selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now here comes Kansas City. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Entering play call.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Tony. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
There are 7 categories.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
Entering play call.
A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
Categories.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 58 yards. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up. And we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Special teams, you have 6 options.
So that drive with 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Here comes Jonathan Tanner and his teammates. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here. And it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Tua now on first down. This one deep for Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
All right, fellas, listen up.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Experts, drive flood.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On play action, here's Tua. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Medium pass. Choice. There are Dolphins option. Concept. Quick pass. Option. Run. Screen. Play action. Keep pass. Flood. There. Drive flood.
44.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Drive flood.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he completes it to Berrios. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there. First down again. And quickly they get to the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Entering play call. Flood. Concept. Play action pass. Keep pass. Flood. Error 10. Drive flood.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throwing for the out route. He finds Wilson. Touchdown! Sam Wilson. 28 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff. Keep left selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home the Lamar Hunt Trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Pass, defend deep pass.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
AHG inside zone.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 202 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know the Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Play type, pass. Special. Coach, gun plan, there are 9. Player, there are 9. Formation, there. Concept, medium pass. Choice, Dolphins, D-spot.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy.
Entering
On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
There are 13 categories. You have 16 options. Podgy Bread is selected. Concept, there are 9 cat. Play type, there are 9 cat. Pass. Quick pass, stick. Goal line fade.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
Entering play call, quick pass, there are 6 cat. Play type, there are 9. Concept, there are 9. Keep pass. Flood, there are 10. Drive flood.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Tua. The throw out right, going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
There are 9 categories. On plan, there are player, there are 9 cat. Formation, there are 9 cat. Concept, medium pass, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone, 24, AHP zone WK.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
Turbo 3, kick.
On the handoff, Taylor. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 210 yards for him on the ground now as he's been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Florida Southeast screen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Felix Anudike-Uzomah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Entering play call, Florida Southeast screen. Concept, there, play action, pass, keep pass. Flood, drive flood.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Concept, medium pass, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action, keep pass, flood, drive flood.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Entering play call, flood, there are 10 category, concept, medium, quick path, option, run. Inside, 24, AHP zone WK.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor is a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add again to selected.
Sanders on for the extra point. And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, keep left selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He has had a whale of a game. In the third quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
Entering play
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
On second down, Tua. Able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities. And he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Cross is selected.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Entering franchise screen, you have 9 options. Coaching is options. Quit game, resume, inst, call to, challenge, super sim is stats. Coaching. Pop-up menu, you have medical center is, depth chart is selected. Entering depth chart script. Player name Tagovailoa. AHB selected. Player name J. Taylor. Player name Heakin. Entering information pop-up. A player cannot start twice on offense. OK. Entering franchise. Entering play call. FIC FGK direct. Field goal 52. Gun plan. There are player. There are formation. There are 9. Concept. There are play action pass. Screen pass. Run. Option. Quick pass. Medium pass. Short, east spot. Southeast corner.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Tua not liking what he sees, so he's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
FGK, plan, there are 9 player, there are 9 formation, concept, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action pass, deep pass, medium pass, choice, there, Dolphin, east, southeast corner.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it.
Ready.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
9 categories, you have 15 options, and to selected.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff kick left selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defense has always talked about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes now to throw. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
There are 7 categories.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left leg is selected.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Run. Inside zone, 24, HB zone WK.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now we give to Taylor. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run there on first down, and they'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple.
Now Taylor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
24 zone open. AHB zone WK.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
All right, fellas, listen up. Out!
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, as we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
KC's offense ready to take over. And their dream of a Super Bowl burned so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mahomes going to throw.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Hill to return it. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Come on, two.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
Entering play call inside zone. You have 2 options. Quick resume. Ins call. Shell. Super stats. Pop-up. Player stats. Entering. Player name P. Mahomes. Rushing selected. Team Mia. Team Casey. Team Mia. Player name J. Taylor. Attempts 29. Yards 257. You have to enter.
When we come back
Concept,
to Miami.
there are these spot. AHP ISO. These spot. AHP ISO.
44.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
32 Stinger.
They run once more with Taylor. Shifts by him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Brendan, every great running back coach I've talked with always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Turbo 3, kick.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
Entering play call. Shock H option. AHB base.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And Tua going to keep it on the draw. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Zone fidget is select. Padu. Empty flood switch. Recent. There are 9 categories. Favorites. There are 9. Personnel. There are. Play type. There are 9. Run. AHP inside zone.
Hey, get set. East right, snow. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Run, screen pass, play action, keep pass, flood, error, drive flood.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
Drive flood.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 38 yards. And the Dolphins are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Sanders on for the extra point. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, kick left is selected.
Set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And out come the Chiefs now. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Entering play call. Coach suggests. Entering. Go. Opt. Quit. Resume. Instant replay. Call timeout is. Challenge play is. Super sim is select. Stats. Pop-up menu. You have player stats. Entering. Screen. Rushing selected. Player name J. Taylor. Attempts 32. Yards 312. Entering coaching options. Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Yellow.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 30. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going up top. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, 30 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Categories.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And you'd have to figure, he got the ball quite a bit last drive. You see the numbers, that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so, because they have momentum going in their direction. They moved the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Gets through, and now an opening. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there on that play. I I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Back to Taylor on first down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
In motion, Hill. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
24 zone open. AHB zone WK.
3rd down and 10.
Come on, two. Out.
Again, it's Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Entering play clock. 24 zone open. AHB zone WK.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
Turbo one, high.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 31. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
All right, fellas, listen up.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, 2.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Shedding the tackle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
AHB zone WK.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Turbo 3, kick.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Options. Inside zone split is selected. Formation. There are 9. Player. There are 9 categories. Formation. I form. Type. There are 4. AHB stretch. AHB ISO. AHB stretch.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to pass. Tua. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Play action. Now it's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just over a minute 40 to play. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on 1st down. Here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Mahomes. Complete. Valdez-Scantling. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
There are 7 categories.
Mahomes to throw it. Got him caught by Rice.
Entering play
Here's
call
first down.
suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Mahomes. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Inside, a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey.
Entering play call.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Mahomes will throw. That's complete to Tony. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that group right now.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
One final try for Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
Entering post-game screen.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.